and welcome to today's video. In this video today I am coming with another episode of my luxury bag review series. This is going to be an almost 1 year update about my Gucci Dionysus bag. In this video I'm going to tell you whether you should still buy this bag, if it's still trendy in 2020, how you can wear it, the durability, the versatility, the price increase and things like that. So if you want to hear more about those, then keep on watching.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Vivi. I do fashion and skincare related videos on this channel. So if you're interested in that, please hit that subscribe button. And also remember to like this video if you liked it, of course. It helps a lot to grow my channel and get more out there. So without further ado, let's talk about the bag. So this is the one I am talking about. This is the Gucci Dionysus in size small, and it is with the black suede. This bag comes in 4 different sizes. It comes in the super mini, the small and the medium. I think it's very easy to get confused with the sizes. It's the same as with the Marmont line, because they call the medium size as small because they have like the super mini one. I think it's very confusing, but as soon as you learn about it, it doesn't really make any difference. So I chose to go with the small version. I was thinking between the small and the mini the first time around, and I was actually pretty sure I will go with the mini, but in my opinion the price difference doesn't make it reasonable to take the mini one, because in Danish crowns it was around 9,500 for the mini one, and for this I paid like 13,000 ish, I would say. So there was like 3,000-4,000 crowns difference, but for the price that I paid you get so much bigger bag than if I would have taken the mini. I tried them on both in the store and I wasn't happy with the mini one. The only reason why I was gravitating towards the mini was that it had a crossbody strap, and this one doesn't really have that. You can see this is the length of the shoulder strap, or you can make it slightly longer. And I was told in the store you can't really use this as a crossbody strap, although I'll talk about it later. I find a way to do it anyway. So yeah, I was in the store, as I said, almost a year ago, and it was kind of, I don't even know, an impulse and a planned buy kind of mixed, because I just went there to look around, but when I saw it and tried it on, I simply couldn't leave it there, so I bought it. It's a very special bag in my collection, because this is the very first one that I bought in a store, the first designer bag I bought in a store, and I'm just so happy I did it. I actually, in the start, I didn't wear it as much, and I actually felt bad for spending so much on something that I don't wear that often. It's simply because that was the first bag ever I spent so much money on, and I was simply afraid to wear it. And I think many of you out there buying their first designer purchases feel the same way. You're afraid to get a mark on it, you're afraid to destroy it, or you know, you're just afraid to use it basically out there. It took me so long time to be comfortable wearing it, but I'm wearing it more and more. Actually, I think I wear this more than I did when I got the bag, and I just think it is extremely versatile. I feel like even though I have many other designer bags and bags that I like in my collection, this is something that literally fits with everything I wear. It fits with all my outfits, and from this, my outfits go to this when I put this bag on, because it's just such a statement bag, but not too out there in my opinion. If logomania is not really your thing, this bag is not gonna be something for you, because as you can see, it's all over with the Gucci logo. It's everywhere, so that's obviously very eye-catching. Some people don't like that. I do like it. I think even though it is all over with the logos, it's still a very simple, can I say that it's a simple bag? I think I can. It's a very out there, but I just love all the details on it. I love the Dionysus handle. I just love everything about it. And the main thing I went with this over the Marmont line is the fact that it has silver hardware. As you can see, I'm a very silver hardware kind of girl, and that basically made the decision for me. Gucci didn't have anything else with the silver hardware that I liked at all. Now they do. Now they make the Marmont line with silver hardware, which I really don't like. I think that kind of silver looks very cheap compared to, for example, this one. I don't know what they call this silver, but if I could compare to their other hardwares, I would call this an antique silver, because it has that tint to it like the Marmont has in their gold version, while the Marmont's silver line doesn't have that at all. It has more like this, like, I would say, cheap vibe to it. Feel free to disagree with me, but for me that comes off cheap. The whole design with the Marmont line, with the silver Marmont line, the new, I think it's SS20 maybe, I don't know which, I would say it's just SS20 because it came out like now spring summertime. I really don't like it. Maybe it will grow on me, and maybe next year I'm gonna be like, okay, I need to have that in my collection. Right now I find that super cheap looking. So, but anyway, back to this one. I think it looks very nice. If you are a silver kind of person, then this is going to be an amazing fit for your wardrobe. You can get this bag, of course, in many different color combinations. I went with the black one because originally I wanted a black bag. I was looking into the Yves Saint Laurent Sunset bag back then, but the customer service was so terrible in Yves Saint Laurent that I simply just walked out and went to Gucci, and I ended up buying this. But I feel like it was fate that I had to have this terrible customer service in Yves Saint Laurent, because right now I feel like the Sunset bag is way too classy for me, or at least for the purpose I wanted this bag for, or like the bag I bought that time. The beauty of this bag, as I said, it's so versatile because of the color combination, because of the hardware, and because it mixes, I would say, classic and modern. I can wear it with literally any kind of outfit. I can wear it if I want to go out and be dressy with high heel. I can wear it with joggers and chunky sneakers and throw this on, and it adds so much. I just can't explain how versatile this bag is. I will try to put some pictures me wearing this bag. I actually don't think I have a lot of pictures of me wearing this bag, but I wear this really a lot because it goes with literally everything. As I said, the reason why I also didn't wear this so much in the start, because I didn't feel like I can wear it crossbody, and to be precise, in wintertime I don't feel like I can wear this crossbody. That's why I don't wear it that much in wintertime, because you can, I'm gonna show you, wear it like this, crossbody, and I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with this kind of crossbody. Yes, it's probably smaller than your usual crossbody, but it still feels comfortable like this, or over a blazer. But if you put this over a winter coat, or you try to do that, it's not possible, it's not comfortable, it's not good for the bag, it's not good for your back, it's not good for anything. So yes, it can be worn as a crossbody if you can bear with the tighter fit with it. I can in spring, summer and autumn time, not in winter. So for winter, I have to admit I don't wear it as much because it's just not as convenient. But if you don't have a problem with not being able to wear this crossbody, you can wear it just as much in winter time. As for durability, I was afraid of this bag only because of the suede. I heard some stories about suede, not only in like bag versions, but I had some suede jackets and shoes, and they are a nightmare to take care of. And as you can see, this bag has quite suede areas. It has in the sides, it has it right here, and all the way inside basically. So I was a little bit scared of it, especially because I live in Denmark. It rains a lot and it's not so good for suede to get rain on it if it's not treated. I haven't done any treating on the suede. I was just hoping that nothing is going to happen with it. I simply was afraid that if I do something, it's just gonna make it worse. So yeah, but even though I keep this bag sometimes in my bike basket because I'm biking a lot, nothing happened to it. Nothing happened to the suede itself. Although I just went to Copenhagen a few days ago. I was on the train and I had this bag with me, and then I saw that it has a slight cracking, and I don't know if you will be able to see this on camera, but here, so like there, I don't know how much you can see. It is so tiny cracking that my camera doesn't want to see it, but I just feel like for this amount of money and this price and the quality level, there shouldn't be any cracking in a year or two or whatever. So I went back to Gucci and I asked them, what can I do with this, if it's eligible for, you know, return or getting it fixed or whatever, and they told me that in the first 2 years I can just go back with it and they can fix it for me. But the problem is that it takes up to 16 weeks to get it fixed, and I just feel like at this point it's not that bad, but if it gets any worse within the next 1 year, I'll definitely return it. And not return it, but I'll go back with it and ask them to fix it, because after the 2 years you don't have any reclamation anymore. And they agreed that, you know, it is a slight problem, it can be fixed, but they advised me to wait until, or if it gets worse, and then I can go back with it and they can fix it, because I don't see the point in returning it now and maybe in a year it will happen again. It's not that visible, it's not really a problem. Like right now I actually had to search for it because the light was not so good, but I still feel like I'd rather get it fixed now or within these 2 years than to wait too long, and then maybe after the 2 years, after the 2 years expire, it will get way worse and I won't have the chance to return it again. So besides this slight cracking, which you really can only see if you're zooming on it very, very much, there's nothing wrong. It looks almost exactly the same as when it looked when I took it out of the box. I'm very, very happy with the durability of the bag. When you touch it, it also feels great quality. I love that it has this heavy chain. It gives an expensive feel to it. It doesn't have this cheapy feeling to it, which I hate. I think it's just, you know, when you have a cheap bag with cheap hardware, it just shouts to the distance. But with this and also with the Marmont line, it's very nice. It has a very luxurious feel to it that you kind of can expect for this price point. Regarding the size and what can fit in it, I can of course only talk about the small one. As I said in the start, I didn't go with the mini because it was extremely small. I tried to fit my phone, my card holder, my key holder, and basically I think that was it. It was way too small, and I hate that. I like my bags to have enough space, so at least I can go to the city and have everything with me, or be able to put something more than just the really, really essentials. This is not as spacious as I want it to be, because it's, even though it's like a bit smooshy, it's kind of structured. So because it has 3 departments, it has this like a zip pocket in the middle that kind of cuts the area. I wish this wasn't in there, because I feel like you could have more things in it. I understand they wanted to have a more safe pocket inside, but I don't really see the point. It would have been fine if they put a zipper pocket here, put the very essentials in there, like the one you want to protect the most. You could just put it there and then cut this part out. I would have preferred that. Maybe some people have different preferences. I'd rather have a bigger packing area and then I'm able to put more things or bigger things in it. In this way you can do that. So you have the same size here, and then you have this zip pocket where you basically cannot put anything. Like, I mean, you can open it, but and then you can put things in, but then you have way less space here. So it, in my opinion, it doesn't really make sense packing wise. So you can't put too many things in it. You can put, for example, I have an iPhone 8 Plus, card holder, key holder, hand sanitizer, maybe hand cream and sunglasses, and then maybe there's a space for something extra like lipstick, lip balm, stuff like that. But it's really, really the basics. For example, in my Fendi baguette, the Mama baguette, the bigger one, I can put way more things than in this one, even though it seems like it's the same size, but because it's structured, you cannot have too many things in. And then again, there's a pocket here in the front, which I used first time ever a few days ago because I put some papers in it. So that's the only thing you can put in, papers, like very, very thin things, because if you put something else here, something bigger, it will come out, it will kind of ruin the shape of the bag. It will not look good. I wouldn't like to put anything in there because it would just look silly. Also, if you put, you can kind of squeeze stuff in this bag, but you will see it. You will see that it doesn't stand as now. It will be more like, you know, coming out. I'm just gonna show you. This might be the worst example ever, but I basically just grabbed a candle I could find here, and you see how it looks. it just looks silly. And yes, of course it's a candle, you would never put a candle in a bag, but I can just show you how it fits here. So you will be, so if you put too many things in this bag, it will lose its shape. It will probably ruin your bag way faster than if you just put the right amount of things in it. So you have to be mindful with what you put in this bag, because the size in this is not limitless at all. And the last question, whether it is still trendy, if you still should buy this bag. Is it a classic? Is it just a trend piece that's out of date? To be honest, in my opinion, it is a classic, but it doesn't mean everyone agrees with me. I think a lot of people think it's out of date, it was trend long time ago and it isn't a trend anymore. This bag came out in 2015, now it's 2020, so 5 years passed. I feel like I'm still in love with this bag. From the start it came out, I was obsessed with it. And my tip for you is ignore whether items are trendy or not, whether if it's called a classic or a trend piece, because it doesn't matter. If you love the bag, you will love it whether if it's still trend or not. I could choose my decisions on things whether if it's still trendy, if it's a classic, if it's not. In my opinion, maybe my style is a bit out of date or too late, I don't know. But for example, the next one on my wish list is the Givenchy Antigona, because I think it's such a timeless item, and even though it's not everywhere anymore, I think it's so beautiful. It spices every kind of outfit up. I wouldn't buy any item that's just so trendy and it's, you know, it's trendy right now. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy an expensive bag just because it is trendy now. I want to buy something because I love it, and I wouldn't care if it goes out of date. If people will tell me that this bag is outdated, it doesn't look good anymore, why would you even wear this anymore, I wouldn't care, because I love this so much. In my opinion, it spices my outfit so much up every single time I wear it. Every time I wear it, it's like this power item. So no matter what I wear, I feel like my outfit cannot be bad when I wear this bag, and I think that's how you should think and feel about your bags when you spend so much money on them. Ignore whether it's a classic or not, just go with something you really want. I often buy bags after the hype goes down, because then I know, okay, 3 years passed, I still love this bag. Maybe people don't love it anymore, maybe people don't go with it that much anymore, but I still love it, I still want to wear it. And I think that's what's important. You should never go after what the trend is. Do I want to buy trend pieces? Of course, but unfortunately I cannot afford to buy every trend piece, so I have to choose which one I'm buying based on what I love after thinking about it a year or two or even longer. And if I can imagine myself wearing it with all my outfits, that's the most important, and not what's most trendy at the moment. So I'm going to also make a video with my luxury wish list, and you will see in that most of the items are not trend pieces at all. Maybe you will think, what are you even thinking? They are so outdated, they're not, you know, they're not trendy anymore, no one goes with them anymore. I don't care, because I imagine myself wearing them. I can see myself wearing those items with my usual pieces, and that's what matters. So you should never think of what will others think if it's still trendy. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. You should just, you have to imagine yourself wearing it, and if you think that, wow, this is what I want, then you should go for that, and you should never be worried about whether if it's trendy or not. In my opinion, the Gucci Dionysus is still trendy, it's still out there, and it's still a great investment piece, because I think this is something that I can wear years and years on. Even if you just think about the canvas. I bought a half year ago, I would say, a Gucci crossbody bag, a vintage crossbody bag with the same canvas. I don't know how old that bag is, but that also shows that it was trendy in the 70s, let's say, and it's trendy again. Maybe it will go out of style, but it will come back. This monogram canvas will always come in and out of fashion, but as long as you enjoy wearing it, it doesn't really matter whether it's a trend or trendy or not. Very last thing I forgot to mention is the price increase. So I need to have a cheat sheet for this. So basically I read that after the pandemic, luxury stores, instead of going down with prices, they've raised prices because of course they also lost income in the last few months, and maybe that's a way how they want to get that loss back. So there's a sheet here where it shows what are the old prices and the new prices of, for example, the Dionysus bags. And this is in dollars. I don't know much about dollars. We have crowns here, and sometimes I look at the euro prices because when I go on Gucci's website, it always says in euros. So all I can say is that my bag was 13,100-ish when I bought it. Now it says here that the Gucci Dionysus small shoulder bag retailed for $2,150 US, while it now retails for $2,290. That means it's $140 difference. So here it says, I think probably in US it's been more expensive, because when I check the $2,150, it says it's 14,244 Danish crowns. That's the old price. And the new price is 15,171 Danish crowns, which is almost 1,000 crown difference. And if I'm correct, I think I paid 13,000 for this bag and not 14. So that might mean that since last August 2019 August, the prices went up 2 times. I'm not 100% sure, but that also shows that it is still a popular bag, because they often go up with the prices, or they often increase their prices on their popular bags, which is kind of crazy. But if you look at, for example, Louis Vuitton, there are so huge differences between, for example, a Speedy from 10 years ago and now. So that's kind of annoying. For example, if you're saving up for a bag and just in the middle of your saving, it goes up 1,000 extra, it's annoying and yeah, frustrating, but that's how it is. Also, because this bag is not really something that you can get secondhand or pre-loved, where I would say it's worth it to do. I wanted to get this as most of my bags pre-loved because I like saving money on it. I'm unfortunately not in that position where I can just go in a store and buy anything I like. I do have to save up for my items. And with this one, I was considering buying it pre-loved, but I think I could have only saved like 1,000-2,000, and it was really hard to find the size or the color combination I wanted. And I thought, okay, I'd rather just, you know, go and buy it new, because then I have again the possibility to go back to the Gucci store, get it fixed if it's necessary and things like that. I feel like if, and I'm saying it in Danish crowns, but if the difference between the pre-loved and the new is not more than 1,000-2,000, then maybe go new. Of course, considering the price range, so I should say it in like percentage. So I think if you can save in this price range at least 10-15%, then maybe it is worthy. I would say about 15%. If you can save about 15% and get the same quality and the same condition, then maybe go pre-loved. But with this bag, it wasn't really an option. So instead of waiting around for the right price, the right model in pre-loved version, I just went with the new one. But again, I advise you, if you are like me and these purchases are actually luxury purchases and something you have to save up for, then think about the pre-loved market. For example, with my Givenchy Antigone that I want to buy, I will definitely go pre-loved because it retails for around 14,000, but you can get it around 9,000 pre-loved, which is a huge price difference. So I would definitely consider that, but that's a different topic. So I just wanted to mention that prices are still going up with this model, and unfortunately you cannot get it much cheaper pre-loved either. So if you want to get it, then jump on it now before there's another price increase, and that's just my tip for you. So yes, I think that was basically it. To sum it up, I love this bag. It was an amazing purchase, and even though the first time I had to pay that amount for a bag, I was a bit like, oh my god, what have I done? I shouldn't have done it. And now almost a year later, I'm just so happy I did it because I really love it. I know I will love it for years and years on. I think it's a statement. I think it's not a trend piece. I think it's a classic. And even if people don't agree with me, I couldn't care less because, as I said, I love it so much, and that's how you should think about all your investment pieces. So yes, thank you very much for watching. That was it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments, what do you think about this bag? Whether you think it's a trendy piece or a classic piece. Do you have it? Are you considering getting it? And just, you know, things like that. I like to hear your opinions about these things. So yes, thank you very much for watching again, and see you at my next one. Bye!